All right, last word problem of the chapter. So, on a 50-point true-false test, a student received 4 points for each correct answer. For each incorrect answer, the student lost 1 point. For any unanswered questions, no points were added or deducted. So, part A, find the best possible score. Well, there are 50 questions. The best score would mean that they got every single one correct. They get 4 points for every correct answer. So 50 times 4 points gives us a total of 200 points. Find the worst score possible. Well, you have 50 questions. For every incorrect answer, they lose a point, so that's -1 on their score. So if they got every single question wrong, they lost a point for each problem, giving them -50 points. All right, find the linear function that converts the raw score described above to a score from 0 to 100. Okay, so what they're wanting us to do is pair up the raw scores. Raw scores are the ones we just talked about. 200 points is the highest, -50 is the lowest. Pair that up to from 0 to 100. So the lowest score, the lowest raw score you could get is -50. The lowest score you could get from 0 to 100 is 0. So -50 and 0 are going to go together in one ordered pair. The highest raw score you could get is 200. And the highest score from 0 to 100 you can get is 100. All right, so we're going to find the linear functions. We're going to write a function, and it's converting the raw score to a score between 0 and 100. So linear function means find the slope, write an equation. So x1, y1, x2, y2, our slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is a -50, so plus 50. So we have 100 over 250. If it helps, you can cross off 1 0 with 1 0. We have 10 over 25, which reduces to a 2 over 5. So we take our slope. Let's go ahead and just pair it with our first ordered pair like we usually do and write our equation. Y minus 0 equals 2/5 times x minus a negative, so plus 50. Distribute our slope. Y minus 0 equals 2/5 x. And then 2/5 times 50 is 20. And then y minus 0 is just y, so the linear function we have is y equals 2/5 x plus 20. So if we look at our ordered pairs, the x is representing the raw score. And what our little equation says is that if you take the raw score, you multiply it by 2/5 and add 20 to it, you're going to get the converted score, or the converted value that will be between 0 and 100. So y represents, I don't know what we're calling this, but score between 0 and 100. All right. Part D. What score from 0 to 100 corresponds to a test result of 40 correct, 5 incorrect, and 5 omitted? All right, when they're saying this, what score from 0 to 100 corresponds to blah, 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 that's the y value. So we want to find the y value, which means we should have an x to plug into our equation. So 40 correct, 5 incorrect, and 5 omitted, this is the raw score that we just have to find so that we can plug it into our equation that we came up with. So 40 correct means that they got 4 points for every correct answer. They got 5 incorrect points, or 5 incorrect questions, so remember they lost a point for every incorrect, and then 5 omitted means they just had a score of 0 for those. So 40 times 4 is 160, 5 times 1 is -5, and 5 times 0 is just 0. So 155 is the raw score. So the question is, we want to convert that into a score from 0 to 100. So we take our equation, y equals 2/5 x plus 20, and we're going to plug in our raw score in for the x value. So y equals 2/5 times 155 plus 20. Now when you do 2/5 times 155, that's going to give you 62 plus 20. So the score is 82. So what score between 0 and 100 corresponds to the raw score of 155? 82.